Hi everyone, welcome to the Audiophiles. It's here. Pink Floyd's Animals 2018 remix. Finally, 4 years of infighting and legal bickering between Waters and Gilmour. We finally got the remix. Super excited to chat with you about that today. Want to chat about Analogue Productions UHQR Steely Dan catalog that's coming out starting in November, and want to talk a little bit about Santana and the Mobile Fidelity Santana album. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't, click on that subscription button. It helps me a ton. We'll see you on the other side of the Audiophiles. Super excited to get this. Played it all day. I've got the Canadian original version. This is the 2018 version. I also have this one here, 2016 Grundmann mastered, or yes, he cut it to vinyl. 2016 compared to this one, there's no comparison. This is the preeminent one to own. I also have a Canadian original copy. This one, the acoustics, the bass, the vocals are just, everything is just more dynamic and more spread out in this mix, or on this mix. I'm hearing things for the first time that I didn't hear before on this album, and it gave me goosebumps listening to this one. I really enjoyed this remix, guys, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't feel that way. It blew my 2016 away. It blew my Canadian original away. This is the one to own. Now, you don't have to take my advice. I'm not telling you to go out and buy it, but just from my experience, from the stuff that albums that I have and the stuff that I listen to, and not every remix that I really enjoy, but this one here, 4 years in the waiting, definitely worth the wait. And for what, 30 bucks, you can't go wrong. It's not gonna bust your wallet open or blow the bank. You won't need a second mortgage. So if you're a Pink Floyd fan, grab it, 30 bucks, Animals. Love the new cover as well. And it does come with a nice booklet that the 2016 didn't have, with all the different photos. And of course, we have the updated power station as well that you see here. So love it. Not a bad remix for 30 bucks. You won't go long with this one. Loved it. Now, news. Now, for the last couple of days, we've been seeing the Steely Dan catalog is going to be released by Analogue Productions, UHQR version, 45 RPM on Clarity vinyl. Excited for that. $150 is the going rate for those. Starting with Can't Buy a Thrill, that comes out in November. I spoke to Chad, and he wanted everyone to know that after the first one's released in November, expect a new Steely Dan pressing about every 80 days coming out. So I guess it'll be a while for my Asia to come out. As you can see, I have the Grundmann mastered Canadian original in red vinyl. Now, I would assume Grundmann, who mastered the Asia behind me, probably used his original notes when he mastered the original. So I'm curious to hear how this sounds. Of course, with Clarity vinyl and 45 RPM, it should sound fantastic. Why not, right? So if you haven't pre-ordered, you can go on their website and order away. I believe the first Can't Buy a Thrill, there's 40,000 being pressed, and I believe it's 20 or 15,000 after that. So not a lot. So I mean, if you want it, grab it. I think it's going to be really interesting to hear these Steely Dans. If you're a Steely Dan fan, I mean, if you like the fusion jazz and all that, and I mean, they haven't had much audiophile pressings ever, right? Other than Mobile Fidelity had the Asia pressing years ago, and of course Cisco, the one that I have that was cut by Kevin Gray a number of years ago as well. So that one I thought sounded fantastic. So to compare this one, it's going to be great. Now, also too, one other thing, I'm going to grab it here. I got to go. It fell off my chair. I was doing I thought this was really interesting. This is Mobile Fidelity's SACD of Santana, and this was the 2016 SACD, and it shows here original master recording. This is the vinyl version of 2013, and it says here Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. So found that interesting that the SACD used the original master tapes. Then they basically made a file to DSD, whereas this one was not the original master tapes. So which one would you prefer? Well, I thought the SACD sounded a little bit better. I think a little bit more pronounced bass, a little bit more dynamic with all the instruments and all the separation. I felt the bass, again, little bit stronger in areas. This is still a great pressing. If you've got the vinyl pressing, I'm sure you're impressed with it. But overall, I was actually really impressed with this SACD, and especially for what the $30 cost, and you can still get them out there. This is a great pressing, or a great CD for the price as well. And like I said, this is from the original master tapes, where this one is from an analog copy cut to DSD. So it depends on what you want. You know, again, don't listen to me if you don't want to. If you want to go out and test it yourself, go for it. But I'm just saying, from what I listened to on this album, man, this SACD is a killer. Sounds amazing. So this is a few things today. I want to do a short video. I'm getting Miles Showell on my channel next week, either Monday or Wednesday of next week, so stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about the Beatles Super Deluxe package that's coming out. I'm excited to talk to him about that. I also know that Analogue Productions, Chad Kasem, has a special guest on his channel this coming Thursday, a big-time musical celebrity. So I do not know who that is. I'm curious to find out myself. So check his channel out this Thursday for that. So big stuff on the way. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. You know what to do. Start spinning more of that vinyl and turning it way up. Until next time, we'll see you again.